TEX-BREIN then. I will just say some few words about what TEX-BREIN is. It's about building bridges between Europe's textile regions, and we are 8 clusters in 6 European regions. We have Clutex, who is project coordinator, and Siri in Czech Republic. We have CITEV and Prodotec in Portugal, Piot in Poland, who will speak today. We have Textile Cat in Spain, and we have Science Park Borås at University of Borås, and Next Technology Textiles in Italy. TEX-BREIN is an European cluster project funded by the Interregional Innovation Investments Instrument as a part of the European Regional and Development Fund. It's focusing on capacity building for innovation of textile ecosystems. TEX-BREIN connects Europe's textile regions to accelerate the shift towards circular and sustainable value chains. By linking more and less developed areas, the project fosters cross-sector, cross-regional cooperation, shared learning and innovation, and transforming waste into value and building stronger European textile ecosystem. Through webinars and digital workshops, clusters, SME researchers and policymakers exchange practical tools and policy insights for circular transformation. These activities strengthen regional capacity and create lasting connections across Europe. So, one of the things that TEX-BREIN do is collecting project ideas from companies interested in to promote circular innovation in the textile sector. And so here you can see the routine for that you can send in your expression of interest, and we will evaluate. And if positive, we will make a mini business plan out of it. And in the future, then it will be we will set up proposal for funding opportunities. So this how we're doing to help SMEs in their development of innovation ideas. During the project, we intend to build the portfolio of at least 20 mini business plans. And sorry for that. We also do seminars, webinars like the one today. And here you can see some of the previous ones and the one we have today. And November 24th, there will be one about extended producer responsibility guidelines, and that will be Next Technology Textiles in Italy and Science Park Borås, who will be doing that. And that will be the last one for 2025, and in 2026 we have 2 upcoming planned. And if you want to see previous webinars, you can do that on TEX-BREIN's website. So, with that said, I would like to introduce the speaker of today, Alexandra Krysiak. She is director of Piot, Federation of Apparel and Textile Industry Employers in Poland. She has many years of experience in implementing projects for textile sector funded by both European and national sources. She coordinates activities of a competence center aligned with centers of vocational excellence. And She is also a member of the Committee for Sustainable Development of the Textile sector at Euratex. So a very warm welcome, Alexandra, and by that I will stop share and you can share your screen. Looking forward to listening to you, Alexandra.
Thank you very much. Do you see everything is okay?
Just put it in presentation mode.
Yeah, it's correct?
Perfect.
Good morning, everyone. I have the pleasure to address today's seminar to the leaders who are shaping the future of textile. Today's discussion is based on engineering, science, and systematic strategy. We begin from defining two fundamental concepts, the circularity and long longevity. Our program, what is the circularity and what is the longevity? A three course principle of circular design, smart design, what does it mean? Modular and upgradable design, timeless and emotional design, material selection and impact, empowering the user, and challenge and trade-offs. And after the presentation, welcome question from your side. If you have some ideas, please share with us on the chat or send us the email to all our partners from the program. We start from the circularity and longevity in the textile industry. Circularity and longevity are two sides of the same coin. In terms of circularity, textiles are designed to be reused, decomposed, and recycled. And the longevity side, fibers and fabrics are engineered for high performance, wear resistance, and repayability. The benefits are substantial. The first, lower raw materials demand, reduce the water use, and decrease carbon emission. Beyond an environmental impact, circularity enables new business models, repair service, product as a service, upcycling, and new business models. Consumer engagement is the crucial. With the clear care instruction, repair tips, and fiber origin information, we empower consumer to extend the life cycle of their garments. The vision is clear. Integrating circularity and longevity can transition the textile industry toward a sustainable and waste-free ecosystem. And we start from the core principles in the circular design. The first principle focuses on the preventing waste and pollution at the source. Material innovation replaces the hazardous dyes and finishes with the bio-based non-toxic alternatives and incorporate closed-loop chemical systems. Process efficiency is also critical. Digital prototyping based on the artificial intelligence sampling and adaptive manufacturing, reducing overproduction and physical waste. Zero waste was patterning and 3D knighting eliminates of cuts. Finally, predictive tools like life cycle assessment and based on artificial intelligence environmental modeling allow designers to quantify impact before they start production. Ensure choice minimizing CO2, water, and chemical footprints. The second principle emphasizes material retention and product longevity. Modular and disassemblable designs allow faster and multi-material blends to be separated for recycling. Extended use models such as product as a service and digital product passport track the garment life cycle and enable repair, reuse, and recycling. Advanced recycling method integrates mechanical and chemical processes preserving fiber quality. Examples include PET depolymerization and enzymatic cellulose recycling, which can regenerate fibers and near virgin quality, closing the lab for industrially feasible products. And the third principle is talking about the regeneration. Regenerative fibers like organic cotton, hemp, and wool restore soil health, improve biodiversity, and sequester carbon. Biomaterial developments such as mesoletter, bacterial cellulose, and algae-based fibers offer biodegradability and carbon-positive option. This principle closes the loop with the circular bioeconomy. Regenerating nutrients into agriculture system and reducing the dependence of the fossil-based inputs. Circularity is not about the recycling, it's also about restoring natural system, the first point for us. And now we start with the circular design, that means the smart design. Smart design is not just the aesthetic, it's the backbone of the circular textile. Data which we have show that 80% of government environmental impact occurs during production, undersourcing the importance of the design decision. Smart design minimizes source intensively while maximizing flexibility and durability. Tools like life cycle assessment and design for disassembling enable designers to evaluate trade-offs between material innovation, durability, and recyclability. Smart design integrates material science, engineering, and life cycle thinking. By mapping materials flow, we can optimize efficiency and reduce the waste. Examples include modular garment construction, allowing replacement of the worn components, super artificial CO2 dyeing, and digital printing, which cuts water and chemical uses, and smart textile with enabled sensors or phase change materials, reducing product duplication. 3D knitting and zero waste patterning minimize offcuts. Supply chain traceability, such as blockchain and DPP, digital product passport, ensure materials can be recovered and recycled efficiently. This is the circular design and industrial intelligence. You have on a picture the whole cycle, what is going in our textile sector. And start from the modular and upgradable design. Allow components to be replaced, reconfigured. This framework supports circularity by enabling repair, upgrades, and material recovery, extending product lifespans. Examples include removable panels, hybrid yarns, or adaptive thermal on antimicrobial properties. The key is precision joining technology, which balance durability with disassembling potential. Modularity is a strategic choice for both products, resilience and resource efficiency. And more information. Implementing modular required standards, interfaces, and life cycle models. Digital products passport ensure material traceability and compatibility with the future models. Fiber-level modulatory through composite filaments and hybrid yarns allow functional upgrades, including conductivity, thermal regulation, on antimicrobial action. Reverse logistic and service-driven models make modular textile economy viable. 3D knitting and adaptive manufacturing supporting modular unit with upgrades pathways. This is a systematic shift requiring cross-disciplinary collaboration, across R&D, supplier chain, and product teams. And now, much more sensual understanding. When we think about the sustainability textile, we often focus on recycling, efficiency, or durability. But really, longevity also depends on something deeper. It's emotional durability, the bond between the people and the product they choose to keep. It begins with the authentic materials. Textiles express their natural traceability and origin. For example, warmth of wool, the cool strength of linen, and the heritage of the regional wave. Invite emotional connection. When a fabric feels genitive and has a story, we value it more and we keep it longer. Designing for timeless appeal, using enduring colors, harmonies, familiar shapes, circularity roots, modify helps garments stay relevant as a fashion change. A timeless piece resists obsolescence. Equally important is multisensorial engagement. Textile life against the skin. They carry warmth, softness, and even a scent. The sensory cues create memory, and the memory depends on attachment. Then comes story and ritual. When products are linked to personal milestones, tradition, or digital histories, they gain emotional weight. They become part of our life, not just a wardrobe. Finally, we can design for a graceful aging, visible mending, evaluating patina, adaptive finishes, turning wear into the beauty. Repair becomes part of narrative, not a sign of decline. In essence, emotionally durability transforms sustainability from a technical goal into the human one. When materials are authentic, design timeless, and repair embrace, people keep that they love, what is the trust from the circularity for the future. And material selection and impact, very, very important point in the circularity. Material selection is fundamental. Regenerative fibers such as organic cotton, hemp, and flax enhance soil health and biodiversity. Next generation bio-based fibers such as misal leather or alg fibers, bacterial cellulose are biodegradable and carbon positive. Low impact processes technologies include the waterless dyeing and plant-based dyes, minimize environmental footprint. Every material choice must be considered life cycle performance, durability, and recovery potential. We must quantify the impact at the very stage. Cotton, of course, is renewable, but water intensively. Polyester depletes foils resource and contributes to microplastic. Viscose can drive deforestation if not responsibility sourced. LCA tools like high index and textile exchange impact assessment provide structure evaluation frameworks. Carbon and water footprint calculators identify hotspots for target intervention. Circular metrics, durability, recyclability, biodegradability are crucial indicators of multi-life cycle performance. Transparency tools like blockchains and DPD allow full for materials traceability in future. And now we start with empowering the users repair and maintenance and what should be done by them. Users are co-creator the circular system. Embedded modularity and replacement components and hybrid yarns allow functional upgrades and repairs. Predictive wear models analyze user behavior and environmental stressors and suggest preventive maintenance. Repair as a service system enable model returns for refreshment, extending the life cycle and reducing material loss. On the picture, you have all activity which is around the user, not only the industry about which we the most talking if we thinking about the circularity. Traceability and transparency tool, digital product passport, QR codes, NFC chips provide real-time fiber origin, processing history, and recycling capability. Blockchain ensure transparent materials flow from sourcing to end of life. Life cycle feedback, labs inform design improvement, durability, and material selection. Traceability covers user behavior into acceptable R&D data. All the time we should cooperate with R&D, and all the time we should have on mind all our channel between our clients about our production and about their R&D, which create a new future for the textile. Behavior and the functional engagement models, still we are talking about empowering of the user. Our users as co-creator, extended product life, gamification, loyalty program or service credits, incentive model returns and repairs. Circular interaction framework track inputs, sustainable materials choice, processes, maintenance and upgrades, and outputs, extended life, materials recovery, and data feedback. The users becomes an active system participant rather than a passive consumer. Implementation, some examples and tools from concept to the practice. Collecting and recycling initiatives we can observe in ECO and H&E, garments return programs, and reuse and recycling. We should take a mention on Refibra and infinited fibers, integrate post-consumer textiles into new fibers during implementation the new technology. And smart garments with enabled sensors monitor wear and usage, informing maintenance and recycling decision. These examples illustrate integration of the product system and users' behavior. And challenges and trade-offs. If we are talking about durability and circularity, we know that it requires a courage. Trade-off includes the material vice function. High performance fibers may limit recyclability. Modularity vice production simplicity. Interchangeable components increase manufacturing complexity. Smart textiles vice scalable bio-based and hybrid fibers required new supply chains, which we know we have some problems. Productability and vice user variability, where models must account for diverse behaviors. Innovation has a cost. We should know about it, and especially industry know that is the high cost for implementation, the technology, the new materials, and the education cost for our staff. But also is the cost for our consumers, because if they would like to have the new collections, new kind of materials in our garments, they should pay more. But it's the future for the circularity. We haven't any chance if we would like to preserve our natural system. And what about the clients, users as a co-creator of the value? From the if we are talking about our users from the user's perspective, engagement versus convenience is a trade-off. Repair and module replacement required time and education. And smart textiles and DPD requires user understanding and trust. Yet the outcome is clear: extended product life, reduce waste, and retain materials value. Companies investing in the circularity today positive themselves for resilience, competitiveness, and regulatory compliance tomorrow. And the closing message: the circularity is not optional. It's an industrial, technical, and economic imperative. Designing for durability, modularity, and traceability transforms textile from the short life to the long life assets. And I hope that not only in the industry all over the Europe, but also in our clients, we create new thinking and new behavior to save our natural system. Thank you very much.
So great, thank you, Alexandra. Very nice to listen to, and a really great and interesting and useful presentation. It really nails what circular design and longevity is. And also shows the importance of having a systematic approach. There you include technique, business models, infrastructure, policy, and also behavior. So very big thank you. I will see if there are any questions. Not for now. But I have some questions. How we are really in this transition to circular economy. It's not an choice; it's must. I will say. And how do you see the possibilities for SMEs to create a sustainable economy in their company with this?
Right, thank you once more. And I know that now we haven't the question because it's not so easy area for SMEs and for the people which would like to start learn circularity. And if we are talking about necessity to implement the circular economy, of course you have the right. We haven't a choice. It must have. But we know that is the very tough subject and tough hard work which should be made by our SMEs, mainly SMEs, because if we are talking about the bigger company, they have enough staff and enough sources to start thinking about the designing. But if we are talking about small companies, we know that all over the Europe now we have a little crisis in the textile and also in the apparel industry. They haven't enough money for implementation the new technology. They haven't money to start prepare the projects dedicated for the circularity and for changing the structure in the company and the diversification of the products. And we know that still, I don't know what is in developing countries in the Europe, but we observe in the less developing countries that we have a very big problem with the staff. If we are talking about our technologies, still we haven't enough knowledge, enough sources to start implement the circularity and to start thinking about it. That's why I think that our webinars as a first step and promoting circularity in less developing countries mainly, but also I think that thanks of EU funds, we can start to support the SMEs to implement the new programs dedicated for the new technology and to design the new materials. And if they would like to be in our group, they have some profits, and maybe step by step we change the behavior of our companies that will be much more open for changes. And thanks of our education programs, we can change the behavior of our clients.
Thank you for that answer. And another question, I'm very into bio-based fibers and so, and a question from my side is, which of those bio-based fibers do you see have the biggest potential to be upscaled?
In my opinion, of course, if we are talking about bio-based, in my opinion, of course, cellulose, we are coming back to the natural fibers as a lion, and we should give them the new life and try to design the new materials with these natural fibers. They have the big potential because as I said, we are talking about the modular designing. And if we are talking about such process, we should think that our clothing and our textile materials should be very simple, natural, because if we have too much materials in the garments or in home decor, we have the problem with the recycling, with disassembling. And if we have the natural material, we can reuse, we can recycle, and we can combine with the others. That's the future, only one.
Thank you. We have a question here from Maria Jose Carvalho, and the industrial company that work on private label model have less capacity to implement this kind of concepts, and seems that brands are not yet doing it. How do you think we can change this in reality?
Every time I have the similar question from my companies and from representative of government from the Polish side, how if it is possible and how it will be possible and how many times we need. All demands of the transfer and knowledge to the companies, or is depend on the sources in the companies. And of course, it's necessary the cooperation, because we know that it's existing in the south part of Europe, the business dedicated for the circular economy. and is good developing and is the promising land for many companies, and they are convinced that is only one future, and they find the business opportunity and success in such way. Unfortunately, we haven't this convention in less developing countries. In my opinion, it's not possible to implement the European strategy for textiles till 2030. In my opinion, the less developing countries needs much more, maybe 20 years, maybe 15 in some places. If we have the modern, the good-oriented companies in less developing countries, we know that they established the new organization system. They try to start to design new products, and they cooperate with R&D to implement the new technology. The rest, the smaller companies, the companies without the sources, thinking about the next day, not about the future. We can support them, such as our projects, such as our partners, to transfer the knowledge to the companies. And in our program is the best way to transfer knowledge through such a seminar, such a webinar, such our learning expedition, and to change mention of the people that what will be no, it not will be. We should create the future.
Yeah, it's really about working together, both in between companies through the value chain, and with policymakers and research organizations and so, because you cannot do it alone. We have to do it together. That's it, definitely true. Yeah, we know that it's this with the Eco Design Directive is coming up, and extended producer responsibility and so. So yeah, there are many things to do.
Yeah, but
and little time.
We're talking about the eco design. We should wait in our industry for delegate act, because everybody say that of course design directive for eco design is existing, but still is only the framework. As I know, in Euratex, we cooperate with the Commission, and we know that probably on the first month on the next year, the delegated act for the textile will be ready. And we should start thinking based on this delegate act. If we're talking about the extending products responsibility, we have the problem because in Poland, for example, nobody care from the authorities about the act which have the vacatio legis 2 years. The industry start thinking, and the group of interest, recyclers and R&D, organization of the producers, start thinking about this act and implementation, the regulation, and start to think about create the model of cooperation, because as we know, it's not only the payment from the producers which enter the product on the market. We're talking about the R&D budget from this modularity fee. We're talking about the education our clients, they have, and we're talking about creating the small hubs or small organization dedicated to improve behavior of our clients and behavior of our cooperation partners. We are talking about DPD, which will be also implemented and give us the traceability of the fibers and all sources for producing. It's a very, very big organization. No, how to say, it's the big structure which should be implemented based on this two regulation which was established by EU Commission.
Yeah, but it is interesting with this digital product and passport DPP that of course it is a matter of downstream value chain, but you can also use it in your business model for the upstream.
Yeah.
So yeah, it could be something good for you. So yeah, we have to finish this interesting conversation because we only have 1 minute left. We have time for a very, very short question if someone has it. Seems like no. Well, to end this circular design and or design for circularity and longevity, it's really about making the right things from the start and address different tasks during the value chain. And we have to work together for achieving the best textile products. And yeah, with that said, I think I will thank you for today and enjoy your day, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
very much. Bye-bye.